seconds to go. Oh, wait. We're hearing it now. The pick is in. Let's go to the commissioner and see what happens.
With the 5th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback, Alabama.
Can you explain to us the difference in practical terms between having a coach who did believe in you the way that he did and the difference between that and what was happening with Flores?
Yeah. Well, to put it in simplest terms, if you woke up every morning and I told you you sucked at what you did, that you don't belong doing what you do, that you shouldn't be here, that this guy should be here, that you haven't earned this right, and then you have somebody else come in and tell you, dude, you are the best fit for this. Like, you are accurate, you are the best whatever, you are this, you are that. Like, how would it make you feel listening to one or the other? You see what I'm saying? And then you hear it, regardless of what it is, the good or the bad, and you hear it more and more, you start to actually believe that. I don't care who you are. You could be the president of the United States. You have a terrible person that's telling you things that you don't want to hear or that you probably shouldn't be hearing. You're going to start to believe that about yourself. And so that's sort of like what ended up happening. And it was, I mean, it's basically been, 2 years of training that out of not just me, but, a couple of the guys as well that have been here since my rookie year all the way till now.
The comments that were made by Tua, I just want to say, look, I'm happy, genuinely happy, genuinely happy for the success that Tua's had, and I really wish him nothing but the best.
Oh, what is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and welcome to the official relaunch of Beyond the Scoreboard, formerly known as Dolphins Deep Dive. The reason I changed the name is simple. There's too many people doing shows on YouTube with the name Dolphins Deep Dive, so I tried to change it up and be my own unique self. So the title of this show is Beyond the Scoreboard. And today we will be doing a preview of not just the Miami Dolphins season. Shout out to those of you watching right now. Please make sure and hit that like button on your way in. I don't ask you for much on this channel. I just ask if you listen to me for more than 30 seconds, just go ahead and hit that like button, help the video get out. I don't know why the Mike McDaniel video didn't play, but that's fine. I am going to open this show up. The link is in the chat. You guys come on because you know how we do it. We're going to talk about some football. Come on, talk about your team. Give me your predictions for your team so I can have it on tape. That's what we got to make sure and have that on tape because I got some bold predictions for the Miami Football Dolphins. and just give your takes about what you're expecting for this season. We won't be long. I don't plan on being on here too long. But before we get into it, I didn't get a chance to do this last season. So I do want to do this now, just kind of put a bow on the Dolphins season from last year and then touch on the Tua and Flores thing, because I was supposed to do what just happened? I was supposed to do a separate show on that, but I never got around to doing it. So I'll just touch on it here before, I start letting people up and we start giving our views on the season and stuff. I thought the season last year, the 2023 Dolphins season, started out promising, started out monumental, started out historical, and then it just flamed out like a big flaming pile of shit. They completely underplayed. They completely crapped the bed, and I had to say that last year's season was an absolute failure. Going to Kansas City and getting embarrassed like that. Yeah, I mean, the score didn't really reflect how bad that game really was, how terrible of a game that was. And I know you say injuries and things like that. Everybody's injured. There's not a team in the NFL that doesn't have to deal with injuries. And it just proved the narrative of what the Dolphins were last year, that when push come to shove and they had to play the better upper tier teams of the NFL, they always folded like a cheap suit. So that is my bow on last season. See, I'm a crazy Dolphin fan, but I am as real as they come. I don't make excuses. I won't make excuses, and I'm going to call it just how it is. So you guys join this ride with us. We will be doing post game shows after every Dolphin game that's not a Thursday night game or a Monday night game, just because those games are over so late, and I get up 4:00 in the morning. There's just no way I'm going to be able to do that, and go over those games. I got to go to bed. So the last thing I do before we look at this season coming up that starts next Sunday, actually, the Dolphins will be taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. So you got a first test. I do see Bones in the building already. You do have a test in the Jacksonville Jaguars already, right out of the gate, which I love it. And we're gonna go over the schedule. We'll review the schedule and everything. But let me touch on the Tua and Flores thing. So I played the video at first where Tua, was saying, imagine if you have a terrible person, telling you that you're no good and this and that. And then Flores, walking it back like, hey, I wish Tua nothing but success. So I'm going to look at this two ways. I'm not going to tell Tua that he can't feel the way that he felt, because that is his experience. The Dolphins, unfortunately, have a culture of that bully culture. Let's just look at Richie Incognito and what was the O-lineman, Jonathan Martin, I think it was, that Bullygate situation. You have Jeff Ireland asking Des Bryant if his mother was a prostitute. Like, just that bully culture is prevalent amongst the Dolphins, and I'm not saying that it's good. I'm not going to sit up here and criticize Brian Flores, because when they fired Flores, I was pissed. If my old Facebook account didn't get hacked, you'd see how irate I was, because that happened before I started doing this. So I was really pissed, because I thought Flores was a good football coach. He wasn't a good fit for Tua. And that's why we are where we are right now. I could tell that it just seemed like he never put Tua in the best of positions where it'll be 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. They'll bring in Jacoby Brissett to run a quarterback sneak or things like that. He never just put the game squarely on Tua's shoulders. And you have old man Chan Gailey calling plays. Then the second season, there was no real OC. You had OC by proxy, where you had two guys sharing offensive coordinator's duty. So Tua never was able to settle in and be really given a chance. So, with Tua saying how Brian Flores made him feel, I'm not going to discard that. I know there's people online saying man up and things like that. Those people are idiots. And here's the reason. What I do in real life, I am a production manager in real life, and I have maybe like 15 to 20 guys under me. And every Monday morning, I have to have a meeting with these guys kind of as their hype meeting. Now, you would just say like, oh my God, these guys come to work. They know what they're supposed to do. But I know each and every one of my guys, and I know the right things to say that will get them motivated enough to perform the way that we need them to perform throughout the week. Brian Flores comes from under that Bill Belichick tree, which I got a hot take on the Bill Belichick. He's not as good as what everybody says, and I dare anybody to tell me any different. But Mike Tomlin is absolutely a better head football coach than Bill Belichick. You look at Bill Belichick's tree, he has not produced one successful head coach in football. Or let me put it this way. He has not produced one successful head coach without having Tom Brady on his side. I'll put it that way. He himself hasn't been successful without Tom Brady. So the New England Patriots were Tom Brady. And proof of that is that Tom Brady was able to go to Tampa Bay and they won a Super Bowl. I mean, it is what it is. We put too much onus on the coaches. But let me get back to what I was saying. So Brian Flores is that hard nose. He thinks that there's some players, and I've heard Shannon Sharp say this. There's some players that you could do that mean hard ass. You could yell at them and you could do all of that. That stuff doesn't work with everybody. These guys, these young guys, I'm an 80s baby. You could yell at me and it'll work because it rolls off my back like water. That doesn't bother. I don't get emotional. I don't go into a shell. But these younger guys, you can't talk to them like that, especially with the fact that 9 out of 10, and I'm not saying Tua, but just in general, 9 out of 10, they were raised without fathers in the house. So they didn't have that hard part to tell them like, oh man, be a man, toughen up. This is how it is. They were always coddled by their mom. So now when they come to sports and have a guy that's not making nearly as much money as them, telling them what they should do and yelling at them and talking to them like they're less than human, of course they're going to feel that way. What the video I tried to play, and I don't know why it's not playing, was of Mike McDaniel. And I'm going to play this when the Dolphins win the Super Bowl, of Mike McDaniel on the plane. And they had him talking to Tua, and he was basically telling Tua, you're going to thank me because this is going to be basically the beginning of the resurgence of Tua. And it's true. We see that Mike McDaniel's come in, and Mike McDaniel has literally turned Tua from, there was a time where everybody was saying, oh, is he ever going, he's a bust. He doesn't need to play anymore, to Tua was the leading passer in the NFL last year. You can't not say that, that Mike McDaniel means something. But now what I'm not going to do is say that Mike McDaniel is the sole reason that Tua is the way that he is, or the way the Miami Dolphins are. And I see you guys in the back. Let me just finish up with this. Brian Flores was given shit. Brian Flores was absolutely given a pile of shit in 2019. He had Josh Rosen. He had Ryan Fitzpatrick. There were commentators saying that the Dolphins should be investigated for the team that they're putting on the field, because this team is so god awful and they're going to get somebody hurt. It's much different when you're throwing to Devontae Parker and Jakeem Grant versus when you're throwing to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and now Odell Beckham when he gets, right. So this Dolphins team is light years better than Brian Flores' teams. But Brian Flores was able to literally take one of the most anemic football teams I've ever seen. I still think the 2007 Dolphins were the worst Dolphin team ever, but the 2019 team wasn't that far off. And, the rumors is that he wanted Justin Herbert and everything like that. Consensusly, Tua was the number one quarterback coming out of college on everybody's board until he got hurt. And then Joe Burrow made his leap, and he became the shiny new toy. So let's not act like Tua wasn't everybody wanted him. And the Dolphins had one plan tanked for Tua. I was saying it every week. I would update Tua's stats. Oh, Tua just threw for 6 touchdowns. Tua just did this. Tua just did that. Tua, the savior of the Dolphins. I was saying that when he was still in Alabama, and then he got hurt. So we're not going to sit here and act like he's a shit quarterback, because he's not. Oh, and by the way, for everybody who said that Tua can't throw the deep ball, Tua led the NFL in deep passes last year. I mean, but it is what it is. And I'm talking about air. I'm not talking about throwing a 10-yard out and Tyreek Hill takes it for 70 yards. I'm talking about air under the ball. So let's not sit here and act like the Dolphins quarterback is a bust. It's just that sometimes you need certain motivators. I got certain guys that work for me. I could tell them certain things and they will literally run through a wall and produce for me. Then there's other guys, I just tell them like, hey, payday is Thursday. And that's it. And they do what they got to do. They don't need any other motivation. So I'm not going to shit on Brian Flores, because he's a product of what he came from. He came from Bill Belichick. We know all the crap Bill Belichick used to talk to Tom Brady and things like that. So you see that, you think that works everywhere. You just have to understand. You just have to learn how to be a people person. And that's where we are with that. So without further ado, that is my thoughts on the Flores Tua thing. Nothing to see here. I know at the time when it came out, it was a hot thing because there was no other headlines. So everybody talked about it. It's nothing to see here. Hey, listen, and as bad as people thought Tua is now making $53 million a year. Dan Marino made $53 million in his entire career. Tua's making it in one season. So he did something right. And again, it's not my money. I don't give a damn. Stephen Ross could spend $1 billion if he wants to. Just deliver us a Lombardi trophy. That's all I care about. So I do have some people in the background, so we're going to go ahead and bring them up. So like I said, we're going to give our season predictions, what we expect for our team, and so forth, so on and so forth. But first up, welcome to the stage, Tampa Bay's own Bones Hendricks in the building. What's going on, Bones?
Yo, what's up?
Can't call it, man. Another football season. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait, man. Looking forward to the season.
Shout out to Ricardo in the building. Let's go. Last but definitely not least, I don't know if your brother's on the road yet, Bones, because I know he said he wanted to hop on. Mike is right. Uh-oh. You play him in the
Mike
background.
is Rizite, sir. Rizite.
Mike. Oh, I don't speak if I late.
You don't speak
Mike,
what?
You got something on in the back. You got two screens or something.
Two screens.
Yeah, where I'm hearing the echo.
I only have my computer on.
Wait, let me see something.
Hold on, let me come out and jump back in.
Let me mute Bones. Nope. So now let me mute Mike. Mike, check. Yeah, I don't hear it. Yeah, something from Mike's computer. I don't know. Yeah, something going. Yeah, go out and come back in.
All right, bet.
All right, Bones. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What you got?
We start off against Washington at home. I think that's a dub. Then we got Detroit and Denver. Detroit, I can see them beating us. That's a rematch of last year's playoffs. So I'm not gonna count that as a fact. But overall, I got us at 10-7.
Wait a minute. Let me see. Yeah. I don't know. Hold on.
I'm getting Bones reverb somehow.
Yeah, and I'm getting it from you. Let me see something. Yeah, that good. All right, let's
Like
try again.
literally
Oops.
nothing's on, not even clothes.
Yeah,
I
still.
just hopped out the shower.
Ricardo, can you hear? Hold on, let me see something. Hey, Bones. So you said 10-7, right?
Yeah.
So what's your playoff? That 10-7 should get you into the playoffs, and especially in that division.
Well, last year we got to the game before the conference the conference championship. This year I see about the same. Probably get to the game before the Super Bowl, like the conference championship, or the game before that. Only thing is San Francisco. That's the only team I'm worried about. Other than that, like San Francisco, Detroit, those are the only two teams I really worry about.
So what major additions or subtractions did you guys get?
Nothing really. We re-signed Baker and re-signed Mike Evans, and that was like our two main goals of the off season. Because Mike Evans, we didn't want to see him go and be a free agent somewhere else. He is one of the more underrated receivers in the NFL. 10 straight 1,000-yard receiving yards. So that's pretty impressive. So that was our two main goals, and we got a lot of young people too. We got Antoine Winfield. We re-signed him. He's a good safety, just like his dad. But we lost Devin White to the Eagles. He was our inside linebacker. So that's a major loss. But he was having the coach clash, just like Tua with Flores. Brian Bowles and him wasn't getting along. A major loss, but at the end of the season, coach clash, just like Tua with
See,
Flores.
now is doing the same thing with
I told you it wasn't me.
Yeah, but now I'm talking and I don't hear it. I don't know what it is. StreamYard been acting weird.
I'm muted up.
StreamYard been kicking me out lately. So that's crazy. I don't.
You want me to go and come back in too?
No, yours is fine. Unmute yourself, Mike, and watch this.
No, I see it. Whenever he talks, I can see the circle around my thing opening. I can hear my thing is here. It's like if Bones is at my house.
Yeah. Yeah, and see, it just did it to me.
Hey, Bones, mute up and let me see if I can talk and it don't come out. Did he mute?
Yeah, he muted.
All right.
Yeah, but
I still see you. Yeah, I see you moving. When you talk, it moves my circle.
Huh. Let me see something. Let me see if no, wrong one. I mean, we'll just have to we'll just have to mute every time. Trevor, you don't have the StreamYard app. No, not on my computer. So let me see something. So
Trevor, you don't have the StreamYard app.
Yes, yeah, see now. All right, yeah, this shit is going crazy. Hold on, because it's annoying me. All right, Mike, you a Giants fan, so go and give us your rundown real quick. I'm gonna just mute my mic.
All right. First and foremost, I would like to state that Bill Belichick is the greatest coach that has ever lived, and you and I can beef on that another time. I'm too mature to beef now because I got homework, and I'm gonna handle that after I get off.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
Yeah, that's ignorant to people that don't think. Everything you said about Mike Flores after talking about McDaniel, it could be said about Bill Belichick. The only difference, and this is where Bill Belichick sucks in my eyes, is that GM Bill Belichick is the one who gave Coach Bill Belichick all them trashy teams. Because every team after Tom Brady left was garbage. And let's not act like Tom Brady went to some team and rose them up and raised them up. Lord have mercy, to the Super Bowl. No, he didn't. He went to a team that every talking head, every person that watches football, and everybody in existence knew was a quarterback away from the Super Bowl. And that's what he did. He became the quarterback, went there, went back again, and did not work the second time. That's what happened. Now back to my trashy Giants. Why are we talking about the Giants? The Giants, I'm gonna tell you how bad the Giants are. The Giants are so bad that we got back our starting quarterback and felt like we're better than the Patriots at least. And then the Patriots drafted the third quarterback, and now we worse than them all over again. They not even playing their quarterback because he's too good, and we worse than them already. That's how trash my team is. That's how garbage. I don't understand. Yo, and you know what? I'm just think about Daniel Jones made me bring up this other thing. This is why I wanted you to have the show. I've been wanting to bring this up. I personally believe this is the year, and I'm not saying this racist or prejudice wise, ladies and gentlemen. This is just for the way that the public views quarterbacks. I think this is the year that the boosted up white quarterbacks take a seat. I think they all have to take a seat back. I'm sick and tired of homeboy in Buffalo. I know everyone's acting like, oh, he didn't need Stephon Diggs. Okay, we'll see this year. I know they talking about dude in Jacksonville, who I actually like. He's never had a quarterback, but he's been sitting down for a couple seasons. They talk about dude with the Chargers. I don't care who your coach is. You're gonna have a couple seats this year. They who else? Kirk Cousins. I don't even know. Let's Kirk Cousins isn't even a quarterback. Kirk Cousins is a human bank that just keeps getting the best interest rates in all time. Kirk Cousins is the man. Everybody should look at Kirk Cousins like the Cody Rhodes of football, because brothers just love the fact that he getting his paper. Get your paper, Kirk. You know what it is, bro. And Daniel Jones, dear God, this year could not be over fast enough. Could not be over fast enough so we could cut him. Please, I'll buy the scissors. Matter of fact, can we find those scissors that they cut when they give somebody the key to the city and they cut open a brand new opening restaurant, or this is the new plaza downtown. They cut the little ribbon. We need that to cut up Daniel Jones's contract. Oh my God, I want to cut it up, and then I want to leave it at the bottom of that pit that the little kid fell in that Indian movie when he fell in the dookie when he was on How to Be a Millionaire. What was that movie? You remember that movie? Real good movie, the won the Oscar.
What, Slumdog Millionaire?
Slumdog. Thank you. I knew you knew it. Yeah, man. That's how much I cannot stand Daniel Jones. And quiet as kept. And this is my last thing. I don't think the Eagles are gonna do that great this year either. But all right, I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead and hop on.
See, I wish we weren't having this echo issue, man, because I do want to go back and forth. Joining us though is he go by many monikers, so he'll go by this one today. Johnny Bravo in the building. What's up? Unmute yourself.
What up? What up? What's going on?
Not a damn thing.
Still a nation in the building.
Okay, see, now I'm talking, and I don't. Okay,
hey, Trevor. Hey, email me the link because I think it's my computer.
Nah, it's Trevor's mic.
Nah, I'm telling you, how come he wasn't doing it?
Hey, email me the link because I think it's my computer.
Yeah, I know what he did.
Nah, it's Trevor's mic.
No, I know what Zay did. Zay, you came in through the link in the chat, right?
Yeah, I did.
And when you did, you didn't close out the YouTube app.
The link in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Close out the YouTube app. That's your problem.
All right, there we go.
And you shouldn't have no problem. I don't know why Mike's own is doing that though. I know why yours is doing it because you came in through the app. Mike, I'm gonna email you the link just to come through that way.
I feel like you blaming me.
No, but yours is the only one that's doing that.
I'm your Tua.
What up, Mike?
You didn't talk to me like that.
Hey. So Zay, we got Steeler Nation in the building. So once and for all, Zay, I don't know if you heard it's not like you haven't heard it before. Me and you always have this conversation. I say that that Mike Tomlin is a better coach than Bill Belichick. And I know you like to be modest and things like that, but go ahead and just put a bow on it.
Yeah, I agree 100% because he has consistency and he does more with less. Last year we had 3 starting quarterbacks, none of whom were starting this year for anybody, and we still got to the playoffs.
That's very interesting.
He's never had a losing season too.
Yeah, that's where the consistency come in at.
That's very
interesting. He's also never had multiple championships.
Say it again.
Mike, I emailed you the link, so come in that way. So yeah, because Mike gonna bring up the multiple championships, but he not gonna be. He don't wanna just admit who was always there for those championships.
And can I speak on Brady coming to the Bucs, being a Bucs fan? Yeah, a lot of people say that Will was a quarterback away, but it was also a culture that needed to be established that Brady brought. You know what I'm saying? You know, a winning method. You feel me? That Jameis wasn't giving us. So it's more than just a quarterback. It's also the culture that he brought too. And that culture left New England when he left, and that's why they stopped winning.
So, Zay, what's your predictions for the season?
Honestly, I don't know what to expect. Our schedule is a murderer's row, especially the second half of the season. The second half of the season, we got the Ravens, then the Browns, then the Bengals, then the Chiefs, then the Eagles, then the Browns, then the Bengals, then the Ravens. We got a lot of new additions, but on paper, we're a better team. We've been suffering some injuries. We got a better punter, a really good punter, which is kind of important to flip the field. I still think we're going to rely on our defense, and that's where all the money at on offense. We only have 3 players that aren't on their rookie deals. So the offense still got room for growth. I feel like we got a better quarterback now. We're going to just try to play defense and field position and try to get out of stadiums that way, like which we are known for. I feel like we're going to be a run-heavy team. I would say I expect us to win at least 12 games because I feel like we're better on paper. But at the same time, the schedule is pretty tough. So, and we got a new offensive coordinator, whole new quarterback room. We got 3 rookie offensive linemen, 2 of which got injured before the season even started. We got a new wide receiver who got injured before the season even started. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. It's not funny. It's sad.
Who's starting at QB for y'all?
Russell Wilson.
Oh, Russell Wilson did get the start?
Yeah, I feel like it was always his job to lose. I feel like the media made it more than what it was supposed to be.
Man, y'all tripping. If you can't take a hike without fumbling twice in a game, you
get
shouldn't
what
be
I'm saying?
starting.
No, that was Justin Fields who kept fumbling the snaps.
That's
Yeah,
what
like
I'm saying.
4 of them throughout
That's
the
what I'm saying.
preseason.
They making it seem like it was a big thing. If you can't take quarterback snaps, you shouldn't be starting. Sit your butt on the bench.
Exactly. Which I think it'll be good for him. I don't know if we're gonna make some packages exclusively for Justin Fields to get him on the field a little bit, but I feel like it'd be good for him to sit behind Russell Wilson and try to learn something. You see how Green Bay do it. It seems like Green Bay every decade they seem to transition quarterbacks so smooth.
Oh shit! Talk about the most. Listen, and let me sidebar right here. The worst thing from last night that I saw, who know what I'm about to say, is the Miami Hurricanes beating the Gators, because now I gotta hear these delusional ass Hurricane fans tell me that the U is back. So speaking of delusion, you can't have Hurricane fan without Cowboy fan. And we got Ben in the building. What's up, Ben?
Listen, I'm so glad. I like the introduction. You know, I'm always open for a good introduction. But listen, first of all, Ely High School beat Chaminade Madonna. First of all, like then the U comes and dominates Florida Gators. So with that being said, if Florida State can't learn to recover fumbles, they in trouble. Like I'm just gonna call a spade a spade.
That Gator team was trash, though. You gotta admit.
Come on, it is, but you're right. They're not like they used to be. I give you that. But with the hype that the Florida Gators present, they should have played a better game than that. You coming from? I'm talking about an ACC team against SEC. Is like the freaking AFC division of the NFL, the toughest division, correct? So why can't you even play a better game than that?
Yeah, they played absolute shit. They were absolute garbage. I mean, I actually turned that game off because it was so bad. Like I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh, this is terrible. This
So,
is terrible.
so you think we would give y'all a better game than Georgia Tech did?
Wait, say that again.
Do you think that we would give you a better game than Georgia Tech did?
Oh no, Florida State's gonna demolish Miami.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you thought I was gonna say something different?
Hey, I mean, it is. I mean, that's your opinion. You know, you're entitled to that.
Listen. That Georgia Tech team is better than anybody gave them credit for. And Florida State absolutely bungled. And I'm not sure about DJ and whatever his name is. He came in with a lot of hype, but I'm not too sure about him. But what I do know for certain is that the Hurricanes do this every year. They're gonna start out good. They play FAMU Saturday. Come on, man. And I think the only reason FAMU is ranked is so that they can make it look like, oh, the Miami beat a ranked team. They may put 70 on them. But when they get into the meat of their schedule and they had to start playing like real ACC teams, you know, and not for nothing, when they play Florida State, we're gonna get in that ass. I mean, but we ain't talking about college, but well, just so you know that we're gonna get in that ass. I want to hear about the Cowboys.
Hey, we definitely gonna do that. I kind of
You're
like
the only one.
I kind of like where we standing at right now, with the exception of not really offering Michael Parsons a deal. Me personally, I wouldn't even offer Dak a deal. Give me CeeDee Lamb and Michael Parsons all day. Give me another quarterback in there. I would give Trey Lance a better opportunity than Dak. I'm not saying not really just bombing Dak like that, but come on, and how many seasons we barely make a playoff game? You can't blame it on everybody else. And I'm just a real Cowboy fan speaking on what I see. You can't blame it on everybody else. Every time
Is he talking about Trey Lance that threw 5 interceptions?
Yeah,
you talking about that Trey Lance?
Yeah, he's talking about that Trey Lance.
Yeah, I'm talking about that Trey Lance, but listen, at the end of the day, that's only preseason. You got some quarterbacks that do better in the regular season than they do in the preseason. Honestly.
And none of them are named Trey Lance, sir.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's true.
Ben, let me ask you a question. Why do y'all hate Dak so much?
It's not that I hate him. It's the fact that if you're looking to make a Super Bowl run, at least get past a first round postseason, get somebody that's at least close to his level, that can possibly come off the bench and try to get us there.
But
you can't depend on Dak Prescott 100% to get us there.
Y'all got to stop the other team from scoring, though.
But that's not a problem, because I'm pretty sure if we would have had Diggs, and then we're without Bland. Bland is out 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, so if it's not Diggs, it's Bland. Okay, so hey, if we would have had Diggs, I can guarantee you defensive would have been 100% better. Not to mention that I think the Green Bay game was set up anyway. I'm gonna tell you why. No excuses, but I'm gonna tell you why. What team in the entire NFL has played receivers 20 to 30 yards off? Come on, be for real. Al Harris no better than that. He's not telling me to do that. Something ain't right. Be for real. But then the next game, that's.
You said no excuses, but you think the game was fixed.
That's what I said. That's why I started laughing.
That's the biggest excuse. Hey, can I ask him a question? Do you like Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Do you like Charles Barkley?
Yeah.
Is Charles Barkley a great player?
Yeah.
Do you believe Charles Barkley has no rings mostly because of Michael Jordan?
Of course not.
So you don't think Michael Jordan stopped him the majority of the time for getting the ring?
Yeah, he absolutely did.
He absolutely did. And Dak Prescott lives in the time of Tom Brady to Patrick Mahomes. And he played for the most nonsensical owner in the history of sports, period. Only closest George Steinbrenner. So you telling me this man can get you 12 wins every year and y'all hate him? Every year.
I hate him. I never said
you
that.
said you wanted Trey Lance. Trey Lance, I've done more in the NFL than Trey Lance has. And I'm fat.
Hey Ben, you got to make an effort to be on the show every week this season, man.
But listen, this is my thing, right? Dak hasn't done it. Like simple, Dak, we paying what $100 and something million for what? I can do that for what he doing. I can do for $1 million.
Whose
And
fault
I'm
is
matter
that?
of fact, I do it for less than that. You give me $100,000, I can do that.
It's crazy.
And
Sir, you go out in
I'm
that
just
field and
being
get a
real.
hernia. They will kill both of us on that
Huh?
field. Stop playing.
It's
I said they will
crazy.
kill us
And
both on
guess
that
what?
field. But
That's
keep
all
it a
right.
buck.
Because guess
The
what? I got
only
a hernia and I'm paid, and I can have surgery. I'm paid.
I ain't mad at you.
I got a hernia and I'm paid.
It's just funny
I'll sit
because
right next to you, dapping you up with my check.
y'all treated Tony Romo the same way. It's
I did.
it's just
Because
weird.
believe it or not, I really couldn't stand Tony Romo. That's who I hated. I couldn't stand Tony Romo. Me personally, I couldn't. I can't. I mean, that's just my opinion, though.
Romo had nice stats, but he was a choke artist. When the game was on the line and it mattered the most, here come the pick.
No different than that. If you think
So
about it.
so Ben, what's your prediction though? Because we got to have them all on tape. What's your prediction for the Cowboys this year?
As far as final record,
Yeah.
9-7, 10-6.
Wow.
Man,
Okay.
I would bet you money. I would bet you money.
I didn't expect that from you. I honestly.
But I'm just being real because listen, it's the difference between liking my team and just being real. I don't sit. I like our defense to show up, but our offenses, sometimes him and CeeDee Lamb lose connection.
Sir,
I
you have the
applaud you,
only
Ben.
division. You have the only division that only has 3 quarterbacks in it. What are you talking about?
Ben, I'm going to applaud you.
That's not my
I'm going
point.
to
I'm
applaud
looking
you
at
because
as far as the past from past to present.
you
I'm just calling the
have
high.
never
I like us 9-7,
talked
10
with this
10
much sense when it comes to the
If we win,
Cowboys.
listen, if we win 11 games, I'd be surprised. To honest, honestly, I will.
You're
But I
gonna
like
be
us
surprised.
9-7.
Y'all are gonna walk to 11
But we're
games.
gonna really
You have the
now with Dalvin
Giants.
Cook. Listen, with Dalvin Cook, it may be a better season. It may be, but yet we still depending on our defense. You cannot 100% depend on your defense to carry your load if your offense can't do nothing. Simple as that. I can get on
Can't
there and
do
play safety.
nothing.
I
That
can
was the
play
story.
safety. I can play linebacker. I can play defensive end. I can sack a quarterback, but that ain't putting up no damn points.
That was the
You know
story of
what?
our team last year. We averaged, we only allowed 13 points a game and couldn't put up no offense.
So Ben, y'all making the playoffs?
I like us to get a first round, maybe a wild card. To be honest, I'm just being honest. That anything more than that, I'd be surprised. To be honest,
I applaud this because me and you got more wars than anybody when it comes to this, and I have never heard you be this level-headed about your team. Never.
The Dolphins and the Cowboys are the most hated team. The Dolphins and the Cowboys are the most hated teams, but yet the most talked about. Why is that?
I'm gonna get to the Dolphins. Don't worry, that's the main event.
Well, hey, listen, that's what I can't wait. Now, that's what
shout out to the political prophet amongst men, MD in the building, Atlanta Falcon fan. What's up, MD?
Hey, what's going on? What's happening?
Hey, I tried to troll you last night, MD, about Clemson because I thought Clemson was gonna put up a fight, but they
They did put up a fight. They fought to get on the bus.
You know what it is with Georgia, man. I don't wait till the SEC championship to know where I'm at with Georgia.
Right. Right.
So what are we looking at with the Atlanta Falcons this season?
Hey, I'm optimistic, man. I'm way way a lot with post draft. I am. You know how I raised hell when we made that pick, but now I feel good about it now. I feel good, man. With Matt Judon coming in, with Justin Simmons, hey man, this is a defense that's gonna be reckoned with.
Whatever y'all do, just do it after week 1.
I got you, man. Hey, look,
that's
the NFC South is garbage. Everybody know that. It's trash. That's why we should really sweep the division.
No, y'all
so
won't. I'm gonna beat y'all twice.
Man, listen, man. We at the very least, I give it maybe 5-1, 4-2 in the division. I'm looking at a 10-win team. That's what I'm looking at. We will make the playoff, but it's going to be a maturation period where we just got to feel ourselves and see what we can do in the playoffs. We will make the playoffs for sure, but I ain't looking at Super Bowl or nothing like that. I just want us to get that experience behind us with this young team. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's gonna be a great season. If we can go 10 win, I'm happy. I'm happy.
That's how. Yep. Yep. That's where I'm at with it.
So,
Again,
do you think Cousins going last the whole season? And if so, if he doesn't, because I mean we got history on our side. If he doesn't, do you think Penix could still ride out and get into the playoffs?
Yeah, I got confidence in Penix, but Kirk Cousins, he'll last. We got a top 5 offensive line, bro. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that at all. He'll stand up. This ain't the Vikings. He ain't gonna be running for a year. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, I look for him to stand up straight. And with the weapons that we got, bro, it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad. That's what I'm looking at. That's why the Atlanta Maddens is what we're gonna be. This offense is gonna be the most exciting offense in the National Football League.
Well,
I'm telling you right now.
I think a little team in Miami got something to say about that.
No, man. That's a fad, bro. Hey, NFL offenses is a fad. You know that. Everybody was wide-eyed about the Dolphins. That's cool. Fastest team in the league. But we finna be the most efficient with Kirk Cousins that can deliver the ball deep, without a care in the world. Hell, Kirk Cousins is the type of quarterback, he'll throw 5 interceptions or 5 touchdowns. And I like that. I want a gunslinger.
That's Brett
Favre what I'm saying?
All day.
Yeah, I want a gunslinger. So with the weapons that we got, man, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
So let me ask you a question, MD. I know injuries change everything. Injuries change everything. What do you think your team chances to make it at least to the conference finals?
If I had to put a percentage on it, with how our 53 man look right now, I give it 20 to 25%.
That low, huh?
Yeah, bro. I'm not expecting a chance at the Super Bowl. That's not my intention. My intention is to see how this offense can gel and see how this defense can be more. Well, hell, anything can be more good than the defense that we had the last couple of years. But I'm saying, to me, it's more about the offense and how it worked with Kirk Cousins up under the center. So, but
Bone,
I have to see what's what before I can say that. You know what I mean?
Bone, same question. No injuries be damned. We not, obviously if Baker go down, then that's it. But injuries aside, what's your percentage right now, the week before the season starts, that your team make it at least conference finals?
60%.
60%. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, look, because look, last year we got to the game before that and we lost to Detroit. So I feel like this year we should improve and get one game further. So it's simple math.
Who did y'all lose to the year before?
No, the year before. Oh, I see what you're trying to do there.
Hey, so do you?
I'm not allowed to ask a question.
Yeah, y'all beat us in the playoffs 2 years ago, but that was 2 years ago though.
Hey, y'all think Detroit? Y'all think Detroit gonna repeat like with this same success, or was that a one and done?
That's one and done.
You think that's one and done?
I think they're gonna run it back.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be real good, bro.
Because I feel like last year with a team, man.
Hey, look,
y'all better watch out for Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans over there. That's what I.
Man, I promise. I wish
scary.
Deshaun could heal and do something, but that man is Kirk Cousins Jr. He's just another man that stole the bag. I ain't mad at him. He stole the bag. Get out the league, bro. They all following Ben Simmons. Stole the bag. Get out the league.
They just made him restructure his contract too.
Yeah, I did see something where they trying to restructure to say free like
they did it already.
Oh, they already did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you
Mike,
restructure all you want. He going to the bank.
He's still getting the money. Yeah, restructuring. They probably just push more on the back end or giving them more in bonuses. Hey, Mike, same question though. Yeah, who fell off? I think Ben fell off. Mike, same question. Injuries be damned. What's your percentage of who's making the conference? Finals. Championship, my bad.
Who?
The Giants.
Making what?
I just want to hear the joke that's coming. Making the conference finals.
The Giants might not make it to the final game of the season. They might just relegate them. What are we talking about? The final what? I don't even think you can make it to the final game in Madden. The final what? The Giants, the only thing that I'm thinking about is the final day that this contract is valid before they cut it in half. I hate the fact that contracts aren't guaranteed, but this is the one time in the history of football where I'm like, please cut that man. Please cut him. And I dare anybody to sign him as a backup. I dare him. He's
so you
worse
think
than
Daniel Jones
Peterman.
is just done?
Yo, Daniel, number one, everyone, and I want everybody in this group to remember this. To tell me if I'm wrong. Everybody laughed at the Giants when they drafted him. Y'all remember that draft?
Yeah, I remember that.
They laughed at him. Why would he's like Eli? He's got pedigree, and everybody's like, "What the hell is wrong with y'all? Y'all could have had other people." Everybody laughed at him, and they proved the laughs right. They are pathetic. They had one star. They let the star go, and all season, all they really did in the offseason was sign guys we already had. So we gave guys we had more money to do the mediocre stuff they were doing in the first place. Final what? Final what? The only joy I have about this, well, all right, the only joy was stolen when Drake May started playing good. But the only joy I have in this season is that everybody thinks their team is going to win 10 games, and I know it can't happen. And I get to make money off y'all misery because everybody knows how I do when it comes to them picks. They know how I get down when it comes to them picks. That's the only joy I got left, sir. That's it. There is no other joy. And in case y'all didn't know, Zay is VP and he is right. Thank you.
Zay, I know you got to get out of here soon. So what's your percentage on your team making the conference championship? I don't know why I keep saying finals.
Man, I would be happy if we just win a playoff game. It's been about 7 years since we won a playoff game. I feel like we got the toughest division in the NFL. Every team was over 500 last year. So I don't know, man. Like I'm kind of lowering my expectations this year because I really don't know how to feel until we play some of those top-notch teams and see if we can beat a team with a winning record. Because I mean, some teams go like hundreds of days without beating teams over 500.
I feel like that's a dig at me.
It's definitely a dig. But realistically, if I'm just take the fan out, 9 games. I would be disappointed in 9 games, but I'm bracing myself for a 9-win season.
Yeah, well, so Zay, I'm gonna tell y'all in all honesty, because Zay, another one that me and him always argue behind the scenes. He is very level-headed when it comes to his team. So this doesn't surprise me. He always try to play to let me temper my enthusiasm. So when we do better, I could just be like, oh yeah, I was humble the whole time, blah, 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 blah. Listen, if y'all know me, if one thing, I am very consistent in what I say. 2020.
I mean, when your team got 6 rings, winning is, you feel me?
2020. When the Miami Dolphins drafted Tua, I wish they didn't hack my account so I could play this video. I said that in 5 years, the Miami Dolphins will be in the Super Bowl. This is Tua's 5th year. Nothing has changed. So you ask me the questions. The Dolphins are winning 12 games this season. And at the end of the NFL season, this is going to be the sign that we see. Eddie, I put the link in the chat if you want to come on and talk about the Bears, but this is how the 2024-2025 season will end.
Hey, do me a favor, sir.
With the Miami Dolphins as Super Bowl champions.
Could you move your camera to the left so we could see the pure white Hennessy that obviously is open? With
Listen,
no chaser, no chaser.
listen. I'm telling you, the Dolphins. I was totally disappointed in last season. Last season was an absolute disappointment. Mike, mute your mic, Mike. Come on, mute your mic, Mike.
My bad, my bad.
Last year's season was an absolute disappointment. They folded under pressure. They should have never lost that Tennessee game. That's what kept us from getting the number 1 seed, number 2 at least. But when I look at the schedule that the Dolphins have, because let's bring up the schedule, we got Jacksonville this Sunday. Jacksonville's a good team, so that's going to be a test. I actually think we got a murderer's row to begin the season, because you got, but then you turn right back around and got a game in Buffalo, which is here. So at least we got, we got a little bit better there. But Buffalo has always been the thorn in our side. Then we got Seattle. So your first 3 games is a test, but then we got the Patriots in the bye week. The Colts should be no problem. Cardinals, no problem. We're going to split with Buffalo. We'll beat the Rams. We'll beat the Raiders. We'll beat the Patriots again. We're not splitting with them. The test is going to be in Green Bay, because we want to see, because the hype is going to be Jordan Love versus Tua, but I like Tua over Jordan Love. The Jets with Aaron Rodgers don't scare me at all. We're going to sweep the Jets.
They should.
The Texans game is going to be another hard one, because that quarterback they got over there, CJ Stroud, that's a good young football team. They might give us some hell, and historically, we could never beat the Texans. Just if you look at any team's win-loss record against the Dolphins, the Texans have the best win-loss records. I think we may only beat them 1 time in their entire existence in the league. San Fran, we owe them an ass whooping, so we taking that one. Cleveland's run game may be a little hard, but I still think we get the W there, and then we end the season with the Jets. 12 games at minimum. And we will, I will at least, if I'll say this, because I say we're going to win the Super Bowl, but I say AFC championship game is the bare minimum that I will accept from the Dolphins, under one caveat, that number 1 stays upright. If number 1 stays upright, AFC title game at the very minimum. Because Baltimore is on their way down. The Bills are on their way down. Hey, you got Patrick Mahomes. Who knows what they're going to do? But I feel like they may be heading on their way down. This is a season that the AFC is up for grabs. The Dolphins, I think the problem they did last year, they tried to play too much through Tyreek Hill because they wanted to get him the record. They even said it. Tua said it. Mike McDaniel said it. They aren't going to do it this year. They got Jonnu Smith, tight end from Atlanta. MD, y'all let him go. That's crazy. But they got some packages work for him. We got some rookie running backs now. You got Tyreek Hill coming back. You got Jalen Waddle got a new contract. We did lose some pieces on the defense, but you got veterans like Calais Campbell. Emmanuel Ogbah's back. Jalen Phillips is going to start first game. That's a medical miracle. When Bradley Chubb comes back, we got Weaver from Baltimore as DC, so no more putting people out of their place. The defense may regress a little bit, and I mean just a slight little bit, because I still think the linebacking core is a little weak, but our secondary is good. We got Fuller. We got Jalen Ramsey. We got my man from Oregon. God, I'm drawing a blank. The safety from Oregon. I'm forgetting his name right now. God, forgive me on that one. But listen, the Miami Dolphins were the talk of the NFL last year, and the Dolphins are going to be the talk of the NFL this year, because the Miami Dolphins, at the very least, will be in the AFC title game. The playoff game drought is over. Eddie Israel, what's up? What you feel about your Chicago Bears?
You forgot that you have delusions of grandeur too.
You definitely do, and I'm still looking at this schedule, trying to see what a murderer's row at that you're talking about, because I don't see it.
Hold on.
Have murderer's row.
You got Buffalo. You got Buffalo twice. You got the Seahawks. So you saying the Seahawks not a good team?
No, not really. They're mediocre.
The Jaguars was a playoff team last year.
Boy, stop.
Yeah, but the Jaguars took a nosedive second half of the season.
You got Tennessee, which Will Levis is back. That team's going to be a lot better.
You just said Will Levis with a straight face? You said that with a straight face?
Kyler Murray's coming back, but whatever.
You said a quarterback you're taller than with a straight face. Your wife is taller than with a straight face.
Hey, week 15, 16, and 17 are the only real challenges I see on your schedule.
Oh, get out of here. Get the hell out of here. You got Buffalo twice. Buffalo will spank y'all. Like, what are you talking
I think
about?
Buffalo gonna fall off. They lost all their pieces. They lost the whole
as long as they still got Josh Allen, I'm not counting them out for nothing.
Isn't the first thing I said when I got on today that Josh Allen's gonna regress?
Hey, that's what they've been saying that for 3 years on him.
We'll see.
Hey, all right, Trevor, look at it this way. How many of these teams had winning records last year on your schedule?
Jaguars, Buffalo, Seahawks.
Look how long he got to search.
16, 15, 16, 17.
I'm talking about the Colts, the Texans, the Browns, the 49ers, and the Green Bay. So half of the schedule.
Yeah.
Half the schedule.
Boys,
hey, but listen, listen. I said what I said. Shout out to Brent in the building. Hey, Brent, the link is in the chat. If you want to come
nice
on,
to know everybody can be level-headed except for Trevor.
Give me some help because all the Dolphins is ridiculous.
Everybody level-headed except for him. Let's talk about the Bears because this Dolphins foolish because I don't know what he's thinking about.
Eddie Israel is in the building. Eddie Israel, noted Chicago Bear fan. Eddie, what's your team looking like today with the QB that wears the dress?
Wow.
Hey, go ahead, get up off my QB, bro. Don't even stop.
Do they match his nails?
Hey, y'all can say whatever y'all want. Look, he do whatever he want off the field as long as he play.
Facts. Hey, go ahead. Talk about your team, bro. My bad.
Eddie, what you play, bro? But with this first game, that's happening, I don't really think it's gonna be really a good test for Caleb Williams as far as like the defense. I think it's gonna be more of a test for our defense because Tennessee got a really underrated offense. Their receiver room is really good. They got a pretty decent tight end, and Tajay Spears is not bad either.
They don't want to hear that though. They don't want to hear that.
I surely don't.
And Will Levis is a good quarterback. I don't know what they're talking about.
Will Levis is not a top 15 quarterback or top 12.
So I keep it real. I'm not going to underestimate him. So I feel like it's going to be more of a challenge for our defense more than our offense, pretty much. So I got us still winning, but I got us maybe winning by a field goal, maybe.
Where do you see y'all ending up in the season though? Like, what's your overall record, barring any injury to Caleb Williams?
I got to say about 9 or 10 wins.
Ooh,
what?
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I think the Bears going to the playoffs.
Yeah, nine wins will get you to playoffs in that division though.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna be real good.
No, you don't.
I do. I think Houston's gonna fall back. I know he had a great rookie year, but they got tape on him now. He gonna fall back. I think the Bears are gonna kick all kinds of cheeks this year. I think the only surprise team might be Washington, and they in our division, so they're gonna be trash. And that's because I think the Eagles gonna flounder. And if the 49ers don't fix this Trent Williams thing, I think their season could go down too.
So Mike did touch on the next thing I was going to say, but Eddie, before we move on to the next one, like, what's your percentage, barring injury, that the Bears end up in the NFC title game?
Ooh, you said barring injury too? Yeah. Man, look, I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna shoot that high this first year, so I'll say about. I want to give us I'll give us 40%, bro. I'll give us 40%.
That's still a lot when you think about it with rookie quarterback.
That's mature.
Rookie quarterback though, that's a lot. So obviously you watch more Bears games than us, and you watched all the preseason and stuff. Is Caleb Williams a real deal?
I think he's the real deal. Yeah, I think he's the real deal. And I will be the first to admit on here, because I know I came on this same show and said that we should probably run it back with Justin Williams. I mean, I even got his name wrong.
Yeah,
Justin
I remember.
Fields. So you know what? I was wrong. I will admit that.
So who do you guys think Who do you guys think going to be the surprise team this year? Because it was the Texans last year. Who do you guys think is going to be the surprise team this year?
The
The
Bears.
Falcons.
The Falcons.
Man, the
Bears.
Falcons can't even
probably
get
the Bears. Yeah,
they
probably
can't even
the
get
Bears.
their wide receiver the ball. It's been 2 years.
Yeah, I got the Bears first. I got the Bears first. I got Tennessee second, and I got yeah, Cleveland. Cleveland's a good one. Yeah, Cleveland.
What are y'all seeing in Tennessee?
Cleveland was a playoff team last year with a 4th-string quarterback. So Cleveland ain't going to regret. I don't think they're going to regress that much.
What are y'all seeing in Tennessee? Somebody please tell me.
Because Will Levis is a beast. Like it is what it is.
Will Levis all right. Oh Lord. You know, off the show, you're not gonna have a bet.
Will Levis is a beast.
Look, I seen enough from him to be a little bit.
So it's starting to light. It's starting to lighten real bad over here. So before we close out, though, I do want to. Who gonna be the worst team in the NFL this year?
I hate you, Trevor.
Oh, I wasn't even trying to.
Nah, you did that on purpose, bro. That was on purpose. I came on here, I spoke my piece about my team, and we supposed to leave that alone.
The Giants.
We were done. Hey, and I just bigged your team up too. I hope Williams break his pinky toe.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that was your team. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mike.
Except that you I know you didn't mean it. It's just a little painful over here, bro.
It'll be the Panthers, bro. The Panthers literally did nothing in the offseason because they couldn't. It'll be the Panthers, bro.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm so glad you said that. That's my surprise quarterback. Homeboy for the Panthers in the second year.
Bryce Young?
Yeah, I think he's going to get it together this year.
But they did nothing to help him, though.
Right, but I think he's going to be better.
Well, I mean, I guess I get ain't nowhere up but from 32, but to go up one. So Brent is saying Pittsburgh may not be that good this year. I think that's a direct shot at you, Zay. So okay, Zay, is Russell Wilson done? Is Russell Wilson shot? Is that it for him?
All I heard was something about Pittsburgh not being that good this year. That's
boy, they're not even when he got back.
Wait, hold on. Hey, I disagree with that one. Pittsburgh definitely gonna be decent this year.
Pittsburgh will be 500 like they're supposed to be.
Hey, I think Atlanta gonna have to make a statement week 1, bro. I'm saying a trouncing week 1 against Pittsburgh. Trouncing.
I don't know about a trouncing. I don't know about all that. But honestly,
Pittsburgh probably not gonna win week 1. They probably not gonna win week 1, but we could really be looking at the end of the year. Pittsburgh will probably gonna be competing for the NFC North.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're gonna be competing for the NFC North at the end of the year, man.
I feel like when I first saw this, like y'all was on the schedule week 1. Originally, I'm thinking that's an automatic win for us. But like the more I look at y'all team, and then with the addition of Judon and Simmons, like you said, because I feel like y'all offense potent. But I was just thinking that your defense wasn't gonna really bring too much to the table. But I feel like with them 2 pickups right there, that kind of solidified y'all defense.
Hold up, VP. When has their offense been potent?
I mean, they got the weapons. I feel like
that's not the same thing, sir. That's not the same thing.
True.
Hey,
true.
I got potential to
Now,
run
Mike
a mile.
is right
I ain't
on
running
that.
it.
Mike is right on that. I'll agree with
You
that.
are right again.
That's why I got to see.
Man, my VP know how to keep me up.
No, listen, man. Kirk Cousins put them in a whole nother stratosphere.
Hey, y'all are playing one of the top defenses. Like I say, our defense is gonna be top 5, especially with the addition of Patrick Queen. And then we bringing all the vets back. We got Cam Sutton back at corner. I feel like we added Deshaun Elliott. He ain't gonna be he's decent, but I feel like he'll upgrade from what we had. Devontae Casey playing third string safety. So
hey, as a Buccaneers fan, I fear Michael.
It's not me.
Say that again, Bones.
As a Buccaneers fan, I fear Michael Penix more than Kirk Cousins.
Really?
Yeah.
As a bank manager, I fear Kirk Cousins.
Did you see Did you see the did you see his preseason throws?
No, I don't pay attention to the preseason. It don't got no relevance.
He couldn't hit the backside of the whorehouse. Like, what? He could what? Bro, he couldn't. Bro, he couldn't hit anything.
I give him a pass on that, though, Trevor. Until he get first team reps, I can't go off of that. I can't do it. He got to get continuity with the first team.
For your sake, though, you better hope he doesn't, because that means Kirk Cousins would have been.
You're right on that. You're absolutely right. So I stand down. My bad.
I think the NFC benefits from JJ not playing this year because the Vikings was going to do something.
You think you put that much stock in JJ McCarthy, huh?
I think the Vikings with that I think that's the one legit young white. I don't know about this Levis. The one legit white dude that boy was serious. I watched him in the preseason. That boy wasn't playing. And him and JJ, ooh, but because he's gone, it's clear for Caleb. And I feel bad for homeboy in Washington because I don't know what he's gonna do.
Oh, so okay, so that I'm glad you brought him up. Jaden, what's his name? Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna revolutionize this position this year. He's gonna be the RG3. Ironically, both on Washington. He'll be the RG3 of this year.
Go ahead and veer the camera to the left a little bit because you left the top off of that pure white Hennessy.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm gonna write all this down. I'm gonna rewatch this show and I'm gonna write all these tapes down.
It's on tape. That's why I wanted to do this, so we lock everything in. So when this season come back around, I could just replay this and chop it all up and be like, "You said this. You said this."
Hey, fellas, real quick, I gotta step out, but this was fun. I enjoyed it. Peace to everybody. Mike is always right.
Jeez.
And I'm out of here.
And my VP know what it is. He's just as right. VP in the building.
Straight up.
Goodness, bro. Y'all. Yes, sir. Hey, and I'm gonna shut down real quick, but I did want to tell y'all this is gonna be where it's at every Sunday after every Dolphins game, with the exception of the late night games, just because I can't be waiting up that long. So if your team play early, just come on over and chop it up after the games. I got next week's show scheduled for 4:10 because that'll give you a break between the games and before the second half starts. So Mike, go and give us your closeout. I'm gonna shut it down.
I think this is the year. I'll say it again. This is the year for the white quarterback regression. White quarterbacks are gonna regress. That dude in San Francisco gonna look trash. That dude in Buffalo gonna look trash. That dude in the Chargers gonna look trash. The only one I respect out of all of them is that dude with the Bengals. That's the only one I respect. But it's gonna be another Kansas City year. The three-peat coming. The three-peat coming. Patrick Mahomes. You know what it is, because I can't cheer for the Giants. Good day, gentlemen.
I actually agree with Mike on the on Brock Purdy regressing. Hey, wait a minute. Did Purdy get a contract? A new contract?
No, but neither did Trent Williams.
So Brock Purdy's still playing on his Mr. Irrelevant contract. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. He might. Yeah. He definitely gonna regress this year. Hey, Bones, go and give us your closeout. Let me get out of here.
Let's go, Bucks. We're gonna be looking good this year. MD, I'll be seeing you throughout the season.
Eddie, go give us your parting words.
All right, man. I'm just happy, man. Like I've been a Bears fan for too long, miserably, but I'm loyal. And it seems like we finally got something to believe in. It seems like this time it actually seems different. So let's just see what happens.
Ain't it funny though, man? One quarterback could change your whole perception of your team. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. MD, go and take us home.
Oh yes, sir. Rise up, Falcon fans. This could be part 2 with Raheem Morris with what they did in LA with Matt Stafford. I ain't saying that we're gonna go that far, but I'm saying it look eerily similar as far as the pieces that we putting together. Hey man, Falcon fan, be optimistic. Be optimistic. This could be the start of something.
All right, so there you have it. And MD, I wouldn't mind seeing a Miami Dolphin Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl. I think that would break all type of records as far at the gate. You know, to use a wrestling term, it'll break all type of gate records. I think that'll be great. Offensive explosion.
Yeah, it'll be a fun game. That's for sure.
All right, fellas. Well, we're gonna be locked in for the rest of the season, man. Football season is upon us. We can mix in the college stuff on top of that. The Georgia Bulldogs again just probably look unstoppable. It's crazy that they can continuously do this. Nick Saban will be coaching next year because he looked so miserable on that doing that pregame show yesterday. He was like, "What the hell am I doing? I don't want to do this." So I'd look for him to be coaching somewhere next year. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it looks. So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. So I promised wifey I'd watch movies with her for the rest of the day. So we'll go ahead and do this early, get this out of the way. So I'll get up with you, MD.
All right. Peace.
All right, peace. Y'all make sure and tune into the MD20 for all your political commentary, and he is on Tape Fist Politics as well on Tuesdays over here on this channel, as well as on Wednesdays with Wrestling with Reality. Speaking of Wednesday Wrestling with Reality, we will be doing that Bret Hart show, Bret Hart's WCW run on September 11th. Also, we did a watch along yesterday to the main event, Gunther versus Randy Orton from Bash in Berlin, which I thought was a fantastic wrestling match. It was different. I was listening to various shows today, just hearing what the general consensus on that match was, and people seem to love it because it was so different. It's just a pure two badasses going in there and beating up on one another. So I did want to mention one more thing. Mike McDaniel did get a contract extension through 2028. Again, I have no problem with that. I like Mike McDaniel. I think his clock management is not good. He needs to get better with that. And I think sometimes he gets too cute for his own good. But what coach doesn't do that? I think he relies too much on his play calling instead of just doing, what works. So if he fixes that continuously to get better, he's still a young guy that nobody wanted to get a chance. Back-to-back playoff seasons for the Dolphins. That hasn't happened in over 20 years. So now it's time to get some playoff wins, and now it's time to bring the championship back home where it belongs, to Miami. Is he voting for that woman? I don't know. Oh God, Brent. I don't. Oh, yeah. You're talking about MD. Yeah. MD is Team Kamala. Yeah, absolutely. So hey, every Tuesday, Tape Fist Politics over on this channel, we get into that political talk over here. So everybody, this is fun, man. This is where it's going to be. Everybody come on, talk trash about your team. See, it's an open panel. I don't care. I let anybody come on, talk about your team, get your stuff off, get your predictions, because it's all on tape now. So at the end of the season, I can play this back and be like, hey, you said this, and that's the way we're going to rock out with it. But I see my time is getting ready to run out. Peace to everybody who came through, man. Peace to Big Mike as always. Peace to Bones. Peace to Zay. Peace to MD. Peace to Ben. I didn't get Ben's his NFC title predictions because he fell off, but I'll get it later on. But shout out to everybody else that came on. I was hoping to see Keela, man, because she's a Dallas Cowboy, one of them crazy Cowboy fans. I'd love to hear what she had to say, but she's probably doing something, man. But nevertheless, God help us. Oh boy. Hey, Brent, come by Tuesday or come to Man Talk Monday if you want to spew all that rhetoric. Hey, man, peace everybody for coming through though, man. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, let everybody know that we are here. We will be back next Sunday for week 1 of the NFL season. Miami Dolphins versus Jacksonville Jaguar post-game show next week about 4:00. I may come on a couple minutes before the game is over. But with all that being said, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Until next week, let's go Miami.
Minutes to go. Oh, wait. We're hearing it now. The pick is in. Let's go to the commissioner and see what happens.
With the 5th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback, Alabama.